So again, I have to call out this, and I'm gonna continue to call it out. That there was complete silence. It has been complete silence from most black Hollywood and most of the black media. When I say black media, I'm talking about TMZ. I didn't see any articles about the Southern Poverty Law Center from TMZ yesterday. I didn't. I'm calling them out right now. I'm calling out TMZ. I'm calling out Charlemagne the God. I'm calling out D.L. Hughley, and I'm going to continue to call out that racist, scandalous Roland Martin. I'm calling out Hollywood Unlocked with Jason, who's not a very nice person. I'm calling out all these people that y'all who normally have everything negative to say about Donald Trump every time he breathes wrong, but your favorite party, the Democrats, y'all saviors, y'all Jesus who died on the cross for y'all sins, the Democratic Party, the black pastors who I'm calling out, what's his name, Jamal Bryant. I didn't hear who's been calling us the KKK and the Ku Klux Klan, who's been calling us white supremacists. Jamal Bryant, where is your outrage that this civil rights organization was actually funding the KKK? They all silent. They ain't got nothing to say. You know why they ain't got nothing to say? Because it turns out the organization has been playing them like puppets on a string for like that. We've been telling y'all. Black conservatives and people on the conservative side have been telling y'all for a long time that the Democrats are playing y'all, that they got y'all like strings in a puppet, and y'all didn't believe us. Y'all thought that, no, we told y'all because we are a lot smarter than y'all, because we actually use our brain. We don't just, we think for ourselves as black conservatives, because we realized that we were being lied to, that the Democratic Party has done nothing for black America, that we've been voting for them for 50, 60 years and our communities are still in shambles. Our lives haven't changed at all. And that it's time for a change. Look like Chicago's a great girl, great young lady running in for mayor. They need to vote for who's running the public. Flip Chicago, right? But they might not, because this is what black people do. So I'm calling out all the race hustlers. Reverend Al Sharpton, what do y'all have to say? That's my question to the black community and to these charlatans. What do y'all have to say about the Southern Poverty Law Center, y'all precious organization funding the KKK?
Yeah, it's been awfully quiet over there from the Boule crowd. You find out that, hey, your organization's funding neo-Nazis and the Triple K and other quote unquote white supremacist organizations. Your organizations, y'all giving these people money to the tunes of millions of dollars. Crickets, nothing from Roland Martin, nothing from Al Sharpton, nothing from Charlemagne the Fraud, nothing from anyone in Hollywood. Yeah, that right there lets you know exactly what time it is. None of those people have the ability to speak on their own. They can only tell you what they are told to tell you. Those people are bought and paid for. Those are the Stevens. Those are the real sellouts, the bootlegs. Those are the people keeping you on the Democrat plantation. When are y'all going to wake up? When are y'all going to wake up and realize that the Boule crowd does not have your best interests at heart? When are y'all going to wake up and realize that? Now, I'm not sitting here telling you, hey, 100% go and support the Republican Party without doing your research. Take the time, do your own due diligence, do your own research, and get an understanding of what party is actually going to make America better for American citizens. Take that time to do that research. If a daggone sure is not the Democrat Party, the Democrat Party has told you that they care more for illegal immigrants than American citizens. And black folks, do not get in my comment section talking about what has the Republican Party done for you. I'm a small business owner. They actually have passed a lot of really good bills and laws that allow small business owners to flourish in this country. But it's not about what the party does for black people specifically. What are they doing for American citizens? That's what matters to me. I'm an American. I don't know about y'all, but I am an American. I am a citizen. I work hard. I pay taxes. I want people in positions of power and leadership to do what's best for the citizens, for the constituents of this nation. That's my concern. Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. 50% of you guys that watch the show do not subscribe. Hit that daggone subscribe button. Cost you nothing.
When I tell people I'm a black conservative, it could go either way, but this is the way it usually goes to other black folks that are possibly Democrats. They call you all sorts of crazy stuff. Oh, your party, the party you're representing doesn't like you. They're going to put you back in chains. All this extra, right? They're the party of the KKK and all this extra. So now that the Southern Poverty Law Center just got indicted for wire fraud, and they seen some of the places that they were sending money to, a lot of hate groups that were paid to agitate and, just cause all sorts of riots and whatnot. And one of the hate groups was the KKK. And as of right now, I haven't seen any of the left-leaning figureheads or whatever they are. Every time something happens on the conservative sides or Trump sides or anything like that, they're on it. They're always talking crazy, this, that, and the third. But now they just found out that their biggest donors, their biggest supporters, was funding the KKK, and now nobody's saying anything.
Yeah.
I really find that funny because those guys, they love to bring up race. They love to bring up my skin tone and all this other extra shit, right? But now something like this is happening, and they're all mad quiet. We have been saying this for the longest, but they're gonna call us Uncle Tom, mind you, Joe Henson. They don't even know it. They don't even know their history. They're gonna call you Samba, all sorts of crazy ass shit. But at the end of the day, they will never call you a liar.
Facts. They can't say we liars. They can tell us, you know what I'm saying? They can call us all kind of names. Uncle Toms, bootleg, sellout, so forth and so on, but they never refute. They never can refute our stance. They don't call us liars. This brother's absolutely right.
The voting rights decision by the Supreme Court on the Louisiana case is devastating. It shoots a bullet in the heart of voting rights that was gained through bloodshed and through all kinds of machinations to deny blacks and people of color the right to deal with the fact they were being racially excluded from voter protection and therefore their right to vote. In the statement made by Justice Kagan, she graphically laid out the grievous and dramatic way this will impact the electorate and therefore the citizens. All citizens have to pay the same taxes, but we will not have the same representation and the same protection for that. And I think that what has happened in this ruling really puts at risk the question of how we started the whole celebration of the 250th anniversary of the country. No taxation without representation, where they've just severely impacted blacks having the right for representation, but we still have equal taxation. We must, as we celebrate the country's anniversary, not go back to those times where blacks and others didn't have any rights that were to be protected.
This dude's a clown. He really is. When you look at the northeastern states, from probably Maryland up, there's a lot of taxation without representation going on out there. You look at places like Massachusetts, Maine, you look at Maryland, there's a lot of taxation without representation. 30 and 40% of these states are Republicans, yet they have either one or zero representation in the House of Congress or in the House of Representatives. This dude is talking about, race. Most people in America in this day and age all live amongst each other for the most part. This dude's talking about we need to continue drawing racial maps based on, or drawing congressional maps based on race. Why? Did y'all see the map in Louisiana? They literally drew a squiggly line district from New Orleans to Shreveport. And you wonder why nothing gets accomplished. Because people in the northern Louisiana don't have the same issues as those that are in southern Louisiana. And those in the middle of the state don't have the same issues. And it's like this in a multitude of places around the country. and you wonder why your representatives get nothing accomplished. Because they're trying to serve 7 to 8 different counties. A congressional district should not have more than one county, more than a few zip codes in it. Congressional districts should be based on the high school. It should be based on where the kids go to high school at. Whatever the high school, you know how they draw the maps out, to say, okay, this is the high school that your children go to. That's how they should draw congressional maps, period. It should not be based on, oh, there's a bunch of black people over here. We're going to draw a map here, and then we're going to squiggly because there's some more black folks over here, and there's some Hispanics over here. It shouldn't be done like that. It makes no sense.
Hi, Leo 2.0 here, a big-time Trump supporter. Can someone do me a favor? Can someone get in touch with Reverend Al Sharpton and tell him that Leo Terrell would love to debate him on the recent Supreme Court ruling on the Voting Rights Act?
He won't do it. I promise you, I put any amount of money on it that Al Sharpton wants no smoke with Leo.
You see, I think he's lying to the American people. I don't think he's telling the truth. I think he's playing the race card. So how about a debate between Leo Terrell, 35 years as a civil rights attorney, I know the law, versus shakedown Reverend Al Sharpton, who has played the race card and is more upset that he can no longer play the race card. So I'm willing to debate him. We'll have an independent moderator and we'll go back and forth, set amount of time for each one to respond to the call of the question. Let's do it. Because I think your days are numbered. I think people like you, Jim Kleinberg, Hakeem Jeffries are dinosaurs who prey on black Americans, trying to intimidate and scare them, claiming that racism still exists in the same manner it existed 65 years ago. This is 2026, Al Sharpton. It is not 1955, Al Sharpton. Accept my challenge to debate me, unless you're afraid, unless you know you don't want to be exposed as a phony, as a fraud. I'll be waiting. I'm not going anywhere. I challenge you to a debate. 1 hour.
It's not going to happen, but I would love to see it. Hey, I'd live stream that. We'd live stream, do a reaction and watch that. It would be phenomenal, but it's not going to happen.
Well, I used to believe I was owed reparations due to slavery. I believed that I couldn't be racist towards white people because I didn't have systemic power. I believed in Black Lives Matter, George Floyd, all that stuff. I believed in transgenderism, feminism, pretty much everything that was backwards. And now,
did you say blackwards?
Yeah, that was actually a Freudian slip, but yeah, backwards. Okay. And now I'm pretty much the opposite of everything. I'm not for the feminism. I'm not for the stuff. I'm not for Black Lives Matter or reparations.
What happened?
Well, I had a situation back in Chicago where I moved in an apartment and they originally told me I'd be assigned a roommate of the same gender to share a bathroom. They actually ended up assigning me a transgender as a roommate, and I only found out it was a transgender because the toilet seat was being left up consistently. And when I reached out to my black housing manager, she told me they weren't allowed to discriminate and I could move down the hallway to another room if I had a problem. And when she used the word discriminate, it made me think about politics. So I started looking up just what in politics made it legal for a man to be in a woman's space. And all of a sudden, I'm seeing all the evil, racist, Republican white people are the ones with common sense who don't want this weirdness going on. So I found myself voting for Trump.
And you became a wife at 23?
I did.
After being a feminist your whole life?
Did.
Okay.
Shout out to this sister, man. If I'm not mistaken, I believe her name is Zaza. Shout out to her, man. She's come a long ways. I still, you know what I'm saying, that she's on the Whatever podcast, and that is what it is. I don't want to throw shade, and I don't want to throw shade at the young sister. I know she's a youngin', but if you watch this, modesty, sister, you don't have to be out there like that. Modesty goes a long ways. Just want to put that out there, man. But I love everything that she said.
I'm so upset because I had to disrupt the House proceedings yet again because they were just trying to push through illegally drawn maps.
No. She said, I had to disrupt the proceedings because what they were trying to do was take away the black power right? That doesn't empower black folks. It just empowers black politicians.
She's absolutely right. Shout out to April Chapman, man. I love this sister, man. She be cooking. But I got to say this. She's 1000% right. They don't care about black people. They only care about themselves. They're upset because they have to compete based off of agenda, policy, and ideas. You no longer get these gerrymandered districts that you don't have to do anything. You don't have to offer anything. You don't have to debate. You don't have to say anything, nothing. If you have been chosen by the Democrat Party, you pretty much win in a lot of these Democratic-held districts. Simple as that. Now they got to compete, and they are losing their minds.
She believes it. These are the women y'all got to choose from. These are the women that are young girls. This is what they learn, that rebellious behavior, because those are the ones that get highlighted and celebrated within the Democrat Party and within the community. That type of behavior is labeled as bold and brave and trend-setting and empowering. The other day I saw a Sherry Shepherd show. She had Jasmine Crockett on there actually bragging on her atrocious behavior and the way she conducted herself in Congress. This is the reason why Democrats put women out on the forefront, black women out on the forefront like this, is because this is who they want you to be. Because if they can make you like this, then they know there's no chance in hell that we'll be able to restore the family. Because our own men look at that behavior and they're like, nope, she a whole headache. She would embarrass this whole family. I wouldn't be able to defend that. It's unladylike. It's classless. It's ghetto. It's ridiculous. So if they can get all of us act like her, it serves more than one purpose.
Ooh, boom. She's absolutely right, because there's a lot of brothers, they don't want that. They're not interested in, they're not interested in some peacock of a woman. They're not interested. April's on it right here, man. I want to play this last clip from you guys. Shout out to Bevelyn, man. Hopefully her and her husband and her youngin is doing well. She got out of prison, some months ago. And, Kamala Harris and the Biden administration was the reason she was in prison. But she lets a liberal woman know exactly what time it is.
These Democrats, and I'm sorry to say this, I'm not trying to be racist, but they hate black people. These are the same people who fought to keep slavery in. These are the same people who built the KKK. These are the same people who hated us from the beginning. The Republican Party is the party of the blacks. Blacks free, the Republican Party is the only party that the black people actually assisted in finding. But all of that history has been torn away. People say, oh, there was this big switch. There was never a big switch.
Nope.
There was never a big switch. So the same Democrats who hated black people from the beginning are the same ones who hate us now. And they use our cause. How did Black Lives Matter turn into something about LGBTQ? When blacks really don't support that. We're conservative. We're really not about that. Not only that, we don't support abortion. We're about workers. This is the black culture. Not only that, we're not about feminism. No, we're not. Black women marry their husbands and respect their husbands. That's what we on. We're not on this, I do what I want. We don't do that. That's not our community.
Shout out to this sister, man. She's absolutely right. I need people's way of life to reflect in the polls and at the ballot box, because we have a lot of black folks that live a conservative lifestyle, but for the life of me, I don't understand why they continue to support the wicked, evil Democratic Party. They've been wicked and evil from the beginning. They are the party of slavery, the party of Jim Crow, the party of the KKK. Not much has changed. Not much has changed. I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. What are your thoughts? Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the notifications on to all so you never miss an upload. Consider joining the ARP family or buy your brother a coffee. That link's in the description box below. And as always, keep God first. Stay prayed up. We'll catch up with you all next time. Peace.
It is God who arms me with strength. Yeah, I'm battle ready. He trains my hands for battle. My heart stays steady. But thanks be to God, He gives us the victory. Through my Lord Jesus Christ, fear can't live in me. I was down to the dirt, red clay on my shoes, old pain in my shirt, oh so bruised. Then the Lord hit my chest, kicked air from my breath, put power in my step.